friends, if you have seen some of my previous videos, you may recall that I've said I've been looking a little bit into the curly girl method. I still have to research much more, definitely, but I have come across some interesting tips and tricks, that one of which I wanted to try. I actually went to bed like this. So what I did is, I should go and get my products, hold on. Okay, so I actually had found out about this conditioner, and I've seen that some curly girls use this. However, I've seen that they normally use this in the shower, and that they follow it up with a more intense type of moisturizer, which I still don't currently have. So what I did is, because I am experimenting with not using any shampoo for the most part, I know some girls are using like a co-wash where they mix a special kind of shampoo that doesn't have, what is it, like sulfates, I think, in it. It's like a low poo kind of a thing, and they're mixing it with a conditioner. I haven't gone there yet, so I've just been rinsing my hair or sometimes using vinegar. You may recall my saying that on different videos. So anyway, I actually used this time as a leave-in conditioner, and then I put this gel in after that, and my hair was sopping wet when I did it, and I just finger combed it through, and then I put my hair up in this, and I actually went to bed like this. Now, I've seen some people say they can't leave their hair in a wrap like this for too long or it becomes frizzy. I did see that India Batson was saying that for some particular uses she goes to bed with her hair wrapped, not in a t-shirt like I did. It's a special kind of towel, which I don't still currently have. So I've seen some girls talk about wrapping their hair in a t-shirt for a short time, not overnight. But anyway, maybe this is going to be an experiment that's gone completely wrong. I really have absolutely no idea, but I wanted to capture it on video so that I could share it with you. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to take my hair out. Let's take a look together at what this looks like. And I can tell it's still damp. And then we are going to see what this dries like. I can definitely feel the gel in here. It feels a little bit odd. So yeah, this is going to need some drying time. Well, it looks like that piece might be a little dry already. That piece might not dry too well because it looks a little frizzy. It's kind of weird. It feels like my hair isn't coming down normally in the back. And I'm trying to be really careful how I bring my hands through this, because as anyone with curly hair knows, the more it gets tousled around, the more frizzy it gets. So I don't know if I have my normal little swirl thing going on though, because if you saw my video on how I make my hair look like this, I think is the title, you'll know that I do a different thing to get this pattern up here, which I don't think I'm going to have. So I'm going to need to wet this, because this is just not good. Yeah, alright. So that is definitely not working out. So I'm going to moisten this, and then we're going to see what all I get here. Yeah, there's definitely a few little issues. I think maybe not sleeping with that would be good. I can't remember why India does that. I don't think it's her normal routine. I've only seen a few videos by her though. And I can't remember why, what is the particular circumstance when she sleeps with her head wrapped up by that. And by the way, it stayed on all night. I mean, it might not in all cases, but it did stay on my head all night. That was pretty impressive. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I've gotten this a bit wet. I just took water, kind of got it on my hands, leaned over and sort of patted it in like that to try not to disturb it too much. And then I've just been working it into my hair just very carefully with my fingers like this, and just reestablishing the shape that I normally have my hair in, trying not to mess it up too much. I don't know if this is going to dry with the most ideal shape that I often achieve in this area of my hair. Truthfully, it looks a little off still to me, but I do think it'll be better than if I had just left it alone, because there was definitely some tweakage going on there, which I'm sure you were able to tell for yourself. Okay, people, so I'm hoping that this will dry well. In any case, I will definitely be back later to show you how this turns out. So stay tuned. So here we are a few hours later. It's taken quite some time for my hair to finish drying, and it was just damp when I took it out of that t-shirt. So yeah, I've heard people talking about, people who are doing the curly girl method, that it can take 4 hours for their hair to dry, and I'm guessing that they're referring to the point where they've gotten out of the shower, it's dripping wet, and they've put all the products in it, and from that dripping wet product in their point, they then start to let it dry, and apparently it's taking about 4 hours. I think it took about another 3 at least for it to dry from the point I had last switched off the video and said I was going to let it finish drying. Yes, my hair is still a little bit frizzy, as you can tell, but I think that might be largely in part because I did leave it in the wrap overnight. I can't remember what India was exactly talking about on her video as to why she sometimes does that, because I do recall her talking on another video about this time frame that she'd really figured out, that she normally keeps her hair wrapped up in the little bundle, the what is that called, like the flop or something like that, I think. And she was saying that if she leaves it on past a certain point, she notices her hair is a little bit frizzier. So I really can't remember why there are times that she spends the night with her hair wrapped up. And since I sometimes have been in the habit of washing my hair at night and going to sleep with it the way I showed in my other video called How I Get My Hair to Look Like This, I kind of thought maybe sleeping with my hair like that might work out. But I think it isn't really the best thing for my hair. So yeah, there's a bit of frizz up in here, but again, I think it got too dried out in the wrap, and then I also had to put water up in here again, and that never seems to work well for my hair. I still have to study how to refresh hair on the curly girl method. I've seen there are videos out there on it, but I haven't had any time to watch them, or I haven't taken the time to watch them. So yeah, there's still a lot I definitely need to learn, but I do see some potential here. There is some really nice curl formations down in here. Like, this is really cute. And there's less frizz. I didn't have to put the water down here, so I think that's why down there it looks better. So yeah, I'm definitely going to experiment with that gel again, and I'm definitely going to try some of the other products that I have seen different girls talk about who are using the curly girl method, and of course I'll share all my findings here with you. So I decided to film another little brief spot for this video. I actually thought I was done with where I left it, but I've slept on my hair for 2 nights now since I woke up with it that first day. Then I slept with it that night and then the next night, and this is how it's been coming out. It's still a bit frizzy up here. Obviously it was a little frizzy up here that day because I had to re-wet it, and that didn't really work out ideally, but this is not really that frizzy. Normally even on a great hair day without doing these kind of hair gels, my hair doesn't even look this good, even at its best. And within a few hours at most, it's usually getting frizzier and frizzier and frizzier. And I've slept on this twice. I didn't tie it up. I saw India on one of her videos. She was showing tying it up in this pineapple kind of way for sleeping. I didn't even do that because I wasn't even expecting it to look good the next day. I didn't even really care, to tell you the truth. I was just like, whatever, I'm going to bed and I don't really care how it looks the next day. And it's actually pretty good, and I have to say this wasn't, in my opinion, the best result. I definitely think that I'm going to get better results down the line with different things I try. And something I want to make really clear, the only thing I did that was from India's video that I tried was the whole tying my hair up in a turban part and sleeping with it the whole night. If I recall correctly, I've only seen a few of her videos, but I believe she has said she's not really that much of a gel type person herself. She tends to use other products that give a different type of feel to her hair. Yeah, the way this feels, I am trying to get used to it. It is soft. Softer than I would have expected from putting a handful of gel in my hair. So I have to say I do like that gel. And it doesn't flake off and leave white, messy stuff. Like, I've used a lot of gel in the past that has a really strong hold, and it's not this nice to the touch, but also I would say if I tried to sleep on it, then all this white flaky stuff starts to come, and I haven't had that. So this has been really pleasantly surprising in that way. I am gonna definitely try this gel again, but I'm going to leave my hair up wrapped up in the t-shirt for maybe just like a half an hour or 20 minutes, and then let it dry the rest of the way, because I suspect I might get an even better curl formation, and I think this will look better, and I won't end up with this frizz up here like I did in this circumstance. So anyway, I wanted to add this part to this video because I do think this is really interesting. I swear on my best hair day, it never looked as good as how it looks right now after sleeping on it. And I have done nothing to try to refresh. I see videos, I haven't really dived into those videos that much yet to see what's really going on with what girls are saying is the process for refreshing their hair. I've done nothing to refresh my hair. I've just gotten up and sort of tousled it a little bit loose with my fingers, you know, like this, trying to kind of, I don't know, let it fall into place a little bit better. That's all that I have done. I haven't done anything else for the last 2 mornings, and it still looks pretty good compared to normal. Does it look as awesome as other curly girls who have this way under control? Heck no, it doesn't. I know that. I'm not silly enough to think it does. However, I have read that it takes a few months usually for someone starting with the curly girl method to even get their curl formation to come fully back into its most awesome potentiality, because it hasn't been used to curling in its most awesome potentiality. So that alone can take a few months to accomplish, for the hair to reclaim the fullness of the best that it can be in its curl formation. And I also had troubles with having left it up in the hair tie overnight. So I kind of think the next time I try it, it might look better. And I will show you what that looks like right here. So come back and check that out if you want to. Thanks again for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you again here soon.